We see our main guy just completely drained. He's flat on his bed, one arm thrown over his forehead, totally lost in thought about what an absolutely exhausting day he's had. He lets out this huge, heavy sigh, just completely weighed down by all the crazy revelations. Suddenly, a soft creak from the door snaps him out of it. His attention shifts instantly. He looks over and sees Dad Comrade and Mom Comrade peeking through the door, their faces etched with pure concern and worry. Our MC is totally shocked and confused. What are they doing? Dad Comrade, his voice full of worry, asks, "Did something happen?" And Mom Comrade adds, her voice gentle but anxious, "What's wrong, son? If you're having a hard time, tell us about it." Our MC just listens, staying completely silent for a moment. He lowers his head, avoiding their eyes, and finally mumbles in a low, defeated tone, "No, it's nothing." But his parents are still there, waiting silently, their concern hanging heavy in the air. He keeps his eyes down, and you can just see the look of utter defeat on his face. He finally speaks up, his voice sounding like he's just given up. "South Korean society is too complicated," he says. "It's different from what I was taught." Dad and Mom Comrade just stand there listening quietly. He folds his hands and ends with a defeated whisper, "It's not easy to adapt." And then, out of nowhere, Dad Comrade's voice booms out, firm and commanding. "Don't talk like a weakling. Have you forgotten who you are?" Our MC is completely stunned by this. He snaps his head up to look at his father. Dad Comrade is staring him down with this intensely focused glare. A sudden realization hits our MC. He immediately snaps into a perfect military attention posture. "I'm sorry. I'll make sure this never happens again, sir." Seeing him snap back to his usual self, Dad and Mom Comrade both break into gentle, proud smiles. We see our MC now, his expression focused and determined, looking right back at them. Cut to the next scene. Our MC is now at his desk, laptop open, furiously searching for keywords about South Korean society. And his internal monologue kicks in. "I am North Korea's anti-South Special Operations Shadow Unit's top agent." A new, fiery motivation lights up his face. Mission failure is absolutely impossible. And we can see Dad and Mom Comrade peeking from the door, watching him, their faces clearly happy and relieved that their son is back to normal. Now, the next day at school, our MC is at his desk, but he's just staring intently at the gloomy guy with this utterly confused look. The gloomy guy can feel the stare and is getting seriously confused himself. He turns around and asks, sounding concerned, "Did something happen yesterday?" Meanwhile, our MC is having a total internal meltdown. This guy's a gang leader. Is it real? Burning with curiosity, our MC just comes right out and asks him, "You were a gang leader in middle school, right?" Hearing that, the gloomy guy is completely stunned. Our MC continues, "Go Jin Suk told me. He said he was your errand boy." The gloomy guy's voice starts shaking as he tries to clarify. Back then I was too young and didn't know anything. It's not like that now." Our MC puts on this reassuring voice and says, "Don't worry, I don't keep errand boys like that." Then he flashes a proud smile and declares, showing a thumbs up, "You and I are friends." The gloomy guy is just left there, confused by this weird statement. All he can manage is a slow, hesitant nod. Our MC keeps that proud smile and thumbs up, thinking to himself, "Good, that was natural." But to everyone else in class, he just looks completely ridiculous. Then the red hair guy walks into class. The gloomy guy sees him and immediately turns back, saying to our MC, "Anyway, I'm glad nothing happened yesterday." Our MC reassures him, "Don't worry," which just confuses the gloomy guy even more. Our MC adds, "We're all going to be true friends now," while giving out a smirk. Suddenly, a voice cuts through the room calling out, "Kong Jian." Our MC turns to look. It's the red hair guy, already sitting at his desk in the corner of the room. Our MC greets him with a cheerful smile. "You got home safely yesterday? I had a great meal." The red hair guy just gives a simple nod and a smile. Lee Era and her friends are absolutely stunned, watching these two interact so casually. The gloomy guy is also totally thrown by this sudden friendly bond between our MC and the red hair guy. The whole class is looking at them, completely confused about how they're suddenly on speaking terms. Our MC walks over to the red hair guy and says, "Next time I'll treat you." Then the red hair guy just commands our MC to sit next to him. Our MC is stunned. But that seat belongs to Huang Wuyang. The red hair guy is still waiting. "What are you doing?" "Not sitting." Our guy is just standing there, silently processing this. His mind is racing. This is the gang hierarchy being reorganized. And then it hits him. It means I become number 2. He quickly slides into the seat, sitting down with a super confident expression and a smug, like he's showing off his new number 2 position. As he sits there, he thinks things are proceeding smoothly and gives another smirk to the class, proud of his new status. The school day continues. Teachers come and go, classes proceed. But one seat remains visibly empty. Our MC looks at it and thinks, it shouldn't be that serious that Huang Wuyang missed school today. I went easy on him yesterday. Cut to the TJ Sports Building. The loud, brutal noise of someone getting hit echoes through the MMA gym. We see Huang Wuyang shivering in pain, crouched on the floor while a man stands over him. The man suddenly strikes down with a wooden stick, landing a powerful smack across Wuyang's back. Wuyang howls in agony and collapses. The man screams at him, "You can't even handle one simple task properly?" Wuyang can only look up in pain. The man continues, his face twisted in anger. "To get your stupid ass into that special class. Do you know how much money I spent?" This man is Taejong Group's chairman, Huang Jaechul, his own father. A manager nearby speaks up with a concerned voice. Chairman, please stop now. I think he's understood enough." We see Wuyang painfully trying to crawl back to his feet. His father yells, "That family will have the president in the next election. Stay close to that idiot. Got it, bastard? If necessary, suck up to that idiot until his ass is raw." He finishes with a roar. "Now get lost if you understand. I can't stand looking at you." Wuyang silently, painfully gets to his feet. He leaves the MMA cage, his face a mask of pure despair and silent anger. The manager watches him leave, but then a voice roars again. "Did you look into it?" The manager jumps and turns around. It's Wuyang's father, his anger still burning, veins bulging on his forehead and neck. He demands, "What kind of family is it?" The manager responds, "He's the owner of the multinational company dealing with cryptocurrency called 11 Coin and security programs." Wuyang's father listens silently. The manager adds, "Their capital is quite solid too." Then, with an intense, angry look, Wuyang's father speaks. "Tell them to have dinner with us." The manager looks confused. "What? Then where should?" Wuyang's father cuts him off, his voice dangerous. At this gym, the manager is utterly stunned. He just bows politely and says, "Understood." We see the visible, boiling anger on the chairman's face, his veins bulging. Some bastard with no background butting into other people's business. Later, school ends. We see Lee Era heading to her car. She waves to our guy with a cheerful smile. "See you tomorrow." Our guy just casually waves back with a yeah. Our MC and the red hair guy are walking towards the red hair guy's car. The bodyguard is there, and he looks at our MC with a concerned expression. As they get closer, the bodyguard speaks directly to our MC. "Take good care of your parents." Our guy is just stunned and confused by that strange statement. His thoughts are cut off by the red hair guy waving and saying, "Then see you tomorrow." Our MC just nods and says, "See you too." The red hair guy and his bodyguard get into the G-Wagon and drive off. Our MC is left there, just contemplating what on earth the bodyguard meant by "take good care of your parents." Then, we see Dad Comrade pull up in his red Ferrari to pick him up. He says with a cheerful voice, "Let's go, my son." Our MC, still a little embarrassed, just nods and gets in. Cut to the evening. Dad Comrade, Mom Comrade, and our MC are all having dinner together, laughing and enjoying the meal. Suddenly, there's a knock on the door. They all stop, confused about who could be visiting so late. They open the door to find the manager from TJ Sports standing there, greeting them politely. He introduces himself. Dad comrade politely greets him back and asks, "What brings you here?" Meanwhile, our MC is instantly stunned by the sudden visit from TJ Sports' representative. The manager continues, his face completely blank and serious. "Our group's young master, Woo Young, was assaulted by your son." Mom and Dad comrade are completely stunned and shocked by this revelation. They both turn to look back at our MC with expressions of pure shock and confusion. And our MC is just utterly confused and shocked by the manager's accusation. The manager just lays it all out for Dad comrade and Mom comrade with his totally straight face. He says, "The chairman has absolutely no intention of escalating this matter." Then he glances over at our MC and adds, "The chairman suggests that he and your father have dinner together." After hearing this, Dad comrade just bursts out a concerning laugh and says, "Right, kids getting into a little scuffle." Mom comrade giggles along too, but our main character, he's just completely stunned. His brain is still buffering, trying to process what's even happening. The manager calmly asks, "If you have time, shall we go now?" And Dad comrade is immediately on his feet, like he's been waiting for this. "Let's do that." Yes. Our MC starts moving towards Dad comrade to join the meeting with the chairman. But then Dad comrade shoots him a look, a real serious cross-eyed stare, and just commands, "Stay home." Mom comrade and MC snap to attention immediately, eyes wide open, tension radiating off them. They just stand there, frozen, as the door shuts behind Dad. Scene shifts to TJ Sports. The manager is leading the way, saying, "This way, please." Inside the MMA arena, we see Woo Young's father just sitting there, waiting, watching them walk in. Dad comrade sees him, and with his super creepy smile, Woo Young's father says, "Our kid got beaten up pretty badly by your brat, didn't he?" Dad comrade doesn't say a word, just keeps this gentle, neutral expression. The chairman presses him. "What are you going to do about it?" Dad comrade just gives a gentle smile back and says, "What would you like us to do? If there's something you want, just say it." The chairman looks at him with this dangerous expression and commands, "Transfer your brat to another school. Then I'll let it slide." Dad comrade scratches his head and laughs it off. That would be a bit difficult. The kid's mother insisted on sending him to the best school in Korea, so it was hard to get him in. The chairman lets out this angry sigh and steps right up to him. He gets right in Dad comrade's face, his expression pure rage, veins popping, teeth clenched. "Listen while I'm being nice, will you?" But Dad comrade doesn't even flinch. He locks eyes with him and says, "Let's not create something we'll both regret." And BM. That's when the chairman unleashes a powerful slap right to Dad comrade's face. "This bastard," he screams, his face completely twisted in anger. The sound of punches just echoes through the empty MMA ground. Dad comrade is bent over, coughing from the hits. The chairman, rubbing his hand, says, "I'll end it here for today." He then grabs Dad comrade by the hair, yanks his head up, and snarls, "Transfer your brat immediately. If you don't, I'll make sure you can't set foot on this land." He shoves the head down. "Got it." As he walks out, he orders his manager, give him plenty for medical expenses and settlement money. The manager just bows in agreement. "Yes, sir." Later, as the manager's car is pulling away, dropping Dad comrade, the window rolls down and he holds out a check. "Please take this. This is for medical expenses." We can see Dad comrade clearly now. One lens of his glasses is shattered. His face is all bruised up from the beating. He just looks at the check, doesn't even move to take it. The manager says, "Don't tell me. It's not enough?" He adds, "Just so you know, reporting to the police won't do any good. We sponsor them quite generously." Dad comrade just turns to leave, saying, "That won't be necessary." The manager calls out, "The medical expenses aren't needed, right?" And then just tosses the check out of the car window at him. Dad comrade just flicks it away. And he just walks away, clearly furious. The manager smirks and mutters, "Huh, so stupid." Next, we see Dad comrade arriving home. Mom comrade and MC are waiting for him at the dining table. MC jumps up when he sees him and stammers, Comrade." Both MC and Mom comrade are totally shocked by his condition. MC asks, his voice full of concern and worry. Are you all right? Dad comrade doesn't say a word. He just holds up a hand to silence him and walks straight past them. Mom comrade looks like she's about to explode with rage. Dad comrade goes straight to his room, sits down in front of his computer screen, and starts working, fuming. Son of a bitch, I'll show you who you messed with. He's holding his sore face, veins popping, that broken glasses lens just sitting there. Next day, we see the chairman at TJ Sports. He's in a super chilled mood, listening to songs and enjoying a cup of tea. Suddenly, the manager bursts in, totally panicking. We have a big problem, chairman. The chairman is so annoyed. Don't you know how to knock? Why are you making such a fuss this morning? The manager is sweating bullets. The company servers are all down. What's the IT team doing? The chairman barks. The IT team's computers are down too. The portal is down too. The manager cries. The chairman is shocked. How did this happen? Then the telephone starts ringing, and the manager adds, refund inquiries keep coming in from the sales links. The chairman slams the button on the phone and yells, why? Suddenly, the manager gasps again, even more terrified. Chairman, we have a big problem. The chairman loses it. Now what's wrong with you? The bank suddenly contacted us, saying our accounts are frozen. The manager stutters. The chairman's face is a mix of tension, anger, and pure panic. What the hell? The whole day is passed with a chaotic experience for TJ Sports. We can see the tension on the chairman's face, contemplating the whole situation that has arisen. Then the chairman heard someone getting into his office and asked without looking, do you see any signs of this being resolved? What does the bank say? He turns to his left as he says this and sees a woman, dressed in a full black jacket and a black hat, just standing there. It's Mom Comrade. Who are you, lady? The chairman demands. What are the security guards doing? Letting random vendors in. Mom Comrade locks eyes with him and says, I put the people to sleep. You know the CCTVs are all down, right? We got a quick shot of the receptionist and guards all passed out cold on the floor. The chairman jumps up from his chair, furious. What is this crazy bitch saying? I'm already stressed enough. Where do you think? But suddenly he gets cut off. Our Mom Comrade quickly snatches his collar and in an instant pins him to the floor with insane strength. He can't resist at all, just lying there helpless. She pulls a syringe from her jacket pocket and says, do you know who you mess with? The chairman is just confused. Who is she? What's she talking about? She continues, normally I would just kill, be grateful to him. She holds a syringe ready. I promised not to kill anymore. The chairman struggles, tries to get up, but he's completely powerless. He's scared for his life. Instead, she says, injecting the syringe into his neck, I'll wake you up in 3 years. When our Jian graduates from school, we can finally see the dangerous side of our Mom Comrade. Thanks for watching. You're tuned in to Kira Reads Daily. Let's set a small target. 100 likes. Once we hit it, I'll drop the next episode right away. So don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. See you in the next video.